Okay, so you want to own a big rig. Not just drive one, own one. The custom sleeper, the chrome, the 500 horsepower under the hood and the king-size bed behind the seats. You've seen the owner-operators rolling down the interstate, looking like they own the road, and you've decided this is the business to be in. And you're not entirely wrong. There's just one problem. The truck you think is making you rich isn't exactly making you anything yet. There are roughly 350,000 owner-operators on American roads. The big custom sleeper rig, the kind with the 20-foot living space, the granite counters, the satellite TV, can cost anywhere from $200,000 for a clean used setup to over $400,000 for a full custom build. And the people who own them, the people who put up the money, who signed the loan, who live in the cab 300 nights a year, keep far less of what that truck earns than you'd ever expect. Because somewhere between the freight and the driver's bank account, there are 4 or 5 other hands in the pot. The lender, the insurer, the fuel network, the broker, the dispatcher, each one taking a cut before the owner sees a single dollar. And here's the part that breaks people's brains. The driver in that gleaming $400,000 truck, grossing more money than a doctor, often takes home less than a school teacher. Let's talk about what that actually costs. And more importantly, what's left after everyone else gets paid. Say you want the dream setup, a used Kenworth or Peterbilt with a big custom sleeper conversion, mid-range build. You're looking at around $200,000 to $250,000 to get into a clean one. Go full custom, new truck, new conversion, the bathroom, the kitchen, the works, and you're past $400,000 before you've hauled a single load. You don't pay cash for that. Almost nobody does. You finance it. And the moment you sign, the clock starts ticking. Because that truck payment is now due every single month, whether the wheels are turning or not. Whether freight is good or freight is dead. Whether you're healthy or laid up in a hospital bed. The lender gets paid first, and the lender gets paid always. Truck and trailer payments alone run about 33 cents of every mile you drive. On a truck running 100,000 miles a year, that's $33,000 a year gone before you've bought a drop of fuel. Let's say the truck is yours and the wheels are turning. Freight is booking. Revenue is coming in. Here's what happens to that revenue. Fuel takes its cut first, and fuel is the monster. A big sleeper truck pulling a loaded trailer burns through roughly 20,500 gallons of diesel a year. At 2025 prices, that's around $70,000 a year in fuel alone. Somewhere between 60 and 70 cents of every single mile. That is the single biggest variable cost in the entire operation, and it swings with oil prices the driver cannot control. A bad month at the pump can erase a good month of freight. Then insurance. And commercial truck insurance has gone vertical. An owner-operator policy now runs between $13,000 and $21,000 a year for a single truck. The reason is something the industry calls nuclear verdicts, jury awards over $10 million in lawsuits involving commercial trucks. Those payouts get baked into every premium. Insurance hit a record high per mile in 2024, and it has not stopped climbing. That's roughly 10 to 15 cents of every mile gone, just for the right to legally roll. Then maintenance. And the bigger and more custom the truck, the more there is to break. The average owner-operator now spends around $1,200 a month keeping the truck running, about 14 cents a mile. A set of tires is thousands of dollars. An engine rebuild is tens of thousands. The emission system on a modern diesel is its own expensive nightmare. And every one of those repairs is the owner's problem, nobody else's. We're already deep into the revenue, and we haven't even gotten to the people who take a cut just for connecting the driver to the load. Here's the part nobody starting out understands. Most owner-operators don't find their own freight. They find it through a freight broker, the middleman who sits between the company that needs something shipped and the driver who ships it. And the broker takes a cut of every load, typically somewhere between 10 and 20% of what the shipper actually paid. The driver often never even knows the real number. He sees the rate the broker offers him, not the rate the broker was paid. So every load found through a broker instead of a direct shipper contract costs the driver a slice off the top before the truck even moves. And if the driver doesn't want to handle the phones and the paperwork and the load finding himself, he hires a dispatcher. That's another 5 to 10% of every load gone. Stack it all up. The truck payment, the fuel, the insurance, the maintenance, the broker's cut. Now watch what happens to that big, impressive gross revenue number. This is where the story gets genuinely interesting. That owner-operator in the gleaming custom rig grosses a median of around $186,000 a year. Some of the specialized haulers, the oversized load guys, the wind turbine guys, gross $300,000 or more. It sounds like a fortune. It looks like a fortune from the outside. But after fuel, after insurance, after the truck payment, after maintenance, after the broker, after the dispatcher, after the taxes, the average owner-operator takes home somewhere between $65,000 and $85,000 a year. Let that land. A truck that grosses $186,000 nets its owner about what a mid-level office job pays, and that's the average. The number that should stop you cold is this one. 85 to 90% of new owner-operator businesses fail within the first 2 years. Not because the drivers can't drive, because they underestimated exactly the costs we just walked through, and they ran out of cash before they figured it out. The big sleeper truck didn't make them rich. For most of them, it made them an employee of their own loan. So who actually wins? The lender wins. They finance the $400,000 truck and they collect that payment every month, no matter what. The insurer wins. Premiums only ever go up and they get paid whether the truck moves or sits. The broker wins. A cut of every load, carrying none of the risk, owning none of the equipment, never touching fuel or maintenance. The fuel network wins. The truck manufacturer already won the day the truck was sold. Every one of them gets paid before the driver. Every one of them carries less risk than the driver. And not one of them is sleeping in the truck 300 nights a year. The driver took on $500,000 of debt, the fuel risk, the maintenance risk, the health risk, and the freight market risk. Everyone else took a percentage and went home. Now, here's a question worth sitting with. If owning one big custom truck nets you about the same as a desk job, but carries 10 times the risk and the debt, why does anyone do it? Drop your answer in the comments. Because the people who actually build wealth in this business figured out something the people who fail never did. And here's the answer. The real money in trucking has never been in owning one beautiful truck and hoping the margins are enough. It's in scale. The owner-operators who actually build wealth do it the same way the most successful ones always have. They cut out the broker by building direct relationships with shippers, so they keep the full rate instead of a slice of it. They run lean, controlling fuel, controlling maintenance, often keeping the work in the family the way generations of trucking families have. They take that first truck's profit and they buy a second truck, then a third. They stop being a driver with a truck and they become a business with a fleet. One truck is a job. It's a hard, debt-heavy, fuel-burning, risk-soaked job with a king-size bed in the back. 10 trucks is a business. The big custom sleeper is the dream, the fleet is the wealth, and the people who confuse the two are the 85% who don't make it to year 3. So let's close the loop. You buy the $400,000 custom sleeper. You gross $186,000 a year if things go well. After the truck payment, the fuel, the insurance, the maintenance, the broker, the dispatcher, and the taxes, you clear somewhere between $65,000 and $85,000. And you earned every cent of it living in a cab, away from home, carrying all the risk yourself. Meanwhile, the lender who financed your truck, the insurer who covers it, and the broker who feeds you freight all got paid first, got paid safely, and went home to a house that doesn't have a diesel engine under it. The big sleeper truck is one of the most impressive machines on the road. It is a rolling apartment, a 500 horsepower statement, a genuine engineering marvel. But it is not a money machine. It's a job that costs $500,000 to create, and the only way it becomes wealth is when you stop thinking of it as a truck and start thinking of it as the first piece of a fleet. The chrome and the granite countertops were never where the money was. The money was always in owning more than one.